Time now for the Insider's Quick Six. Bob Vander Plaats is back. Question one: will Kim Reynolds serve out her 4 full years as governor?
I hope not. And the reason I say I hope not, she would be a fabulous vice presidential pick. And so I know she loves Iowa. She champions Iowa. Obviously, I'd like to have her governor for 4 more years. She would be an outstanding pick for somebody to be vice president.
Question two: which 2024 potential candidate has the most potential to win Iowa as you see it today?
Probably Donald Trump. He has a very deep base of support, so he is the front runner right now.
Question three: Republican candidates had made inflation, Democrats overspending key parts of their 2022 campaigns. Was it a good move for Republican leader Kevin McCarthy to right away announce an investigation into Hunter Biden?
I don't know if that's the first thing on everybody's agenda. To say that that should be looked into, I'd say yes, it definitely needs to be looked into. But I think right now what Americans are saying is that I want to see lower gas prices at the gas pump, lower grocery prices in the grocery store. I want an adult in the room with real leadership. But to say that Hunter should get a pass, absolutely not.
Question four: did Todd Halber get a raw deal in his race against Democratic State Auditor Rob Sand? Should the governor and the state party have done more to support him, in other words?
Well, I don't know if he got a raw deal. I think, he ran a good race. He came up just short. Matter of fact, that was a long shot race by a lot of people's estimations. So I think that's part of politics. Hindsight is 20/20.
All right, question five: besides school vouchers, what else should Republicans do with their larger majorities in the state legislature this coming session?
I would say go big or go. I mean, you have a super majority. Iowans have spoken. They love Governor Kim Reynolds. They gave you a super majority in the Iowa Senate, close to a super majority in the Iowa House. I would sit down with the governor and say, what are the 3 to 5 things or 7 things we want to get done? Usually as governor, he'd say, let's focus on 3. I'd say, let's run a table right now.
All right, and finally a prediction.
A prediction that the Iowa caucuses will be exceptionally close in the Republican field, and I do happen to believe this would be a place where Trump could get beat.
Interesting comments that Bob Vander Plaats made, and I even told him that a few of the comments reminded me of the way he talked about Steve King. Steve King was the congressman from Western Iowa for a long time, and Vander Plaats and some others had decided that enough was enough. Steve King had said some things, too many things in their mind that were controversial and unneeded, unhelpful. And so Bob Vander Plaats was among those who then switched his allegiance from Steve King and instead endorsed Randy Feenstra in that Republican primary. Then Feenstra ended up winning. He makes kind of some of the similar arguments when he's talking about it's time to turn the page from Donald Trump. At this point, he's not getting behind anybody. And obviously, this is just one person. He is the head of a big organization of social conservatives in our state. So we'll see if others kind of follow suit there. And interesting also hearing Scott Brennan there, a couple of just weird scenarios where if they don't fix this calendar the right way, you could caucus for both parties, which would be unusual, or maybe they can still be first, even if they're not first. Interesting.